Anybody that follows me on the various forms of social media, you know that I am always telling you to get your fat ass in shape. And this is not just because I'm a former collegiate, Division I collegiate track and field athlete, or the fact that I work out twice a day. That's part of it. But it's because these are health benefits. First of all, I need y'all ready for the zombie apocalypse. But health is, your body's your temple, right? And being healthy is something that you should strive for. And while I get it, weirdo leftists have been able to make it seem like things that should be looked at as negative things are things that should be celebrated. That's degeneracy, and they certainly lead the charge on this. We're going to listen to this person on TikTok. That's where all the stupid people are. We're going to listen to this person on TikTok and what they feel about the subject that I just brought up. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts about this shit. Let's listen in on what it is that they say. Of course, this person is answering a question that seems to be worded in the form of intentional weight loss is fat phobic. So let's see what this person had to certainly say about that.
So I figured that this question would probably come up sometime soon just because of the video and the topics that I cover. But let's break this one down. So intentional weight loss. So you purposely saying, I want to lose 20 pounds is fat phobic.
Okay. Yes, that's a stupid statement. We'll get to that here in a little bit. But I want to make something clear because the term phobia has been one of the more misused terms ever, really. They don't certainly mean anything coming from leftists, but the term phobia does not mean like you dislike something. It does not mean that you hate something either. The term phobia means that you're scared of something. So what she is expressing, whether she knows it or not, she's expressing that basically there is some underlying fear of being fat or fat people in the event that you want to lose weight. It's not the term that I would use, though I can see where, not to what she's pointing to, but I could certainly see where if you are fat and out of shape, that's going to come with its elevated health risk, and those are things that you should worry about. But she ain't talking about that. She ain't talking about that at all. Let's hear her out real quick, though. Let's not jump to so many conclusions here, guys.
And you might be like, what? Oh my goodness. I'm not trying to be fat phobic, but you are. You're being fat phobic to yourself.
Okay, so
why do you want to lose?
So back it up a little bit because I want her to finish that statement. Okay, so she's saying that you're being fat phobic to yourself. So you're being fearful of being fat to yourself. Again, maybe it's not important. I don't want to argue semantics, to be fair. I just want to throw that out there. So many people use the term homophobia, transphobia, for example. They use these terms incorrectly because I don't think anybody's scared of fucking homosexuals. Anyway, for example, I don't think that's what she's referring to. She's more so saying like, okay, you got a problem with fucking fat people. And yeah, I do got a fucking problem with people being fat. It's more so that.
Why do you want to lose 20 pounds?
All right, well, I can answer that for you. There's various reasons why people would want to lose 20 pounds. Maybe because they are overweight, meaning they're not at a healthy weight. Maybe they are trying, they're doing their little cutting phase or whatever. For those people that live for aesthetic, and then those that bodybuild, or they are trying to get to a point to where it's a nice balance of performance and strength and all that. There's various reasons why people will want to lose fat. That is different from, I don't know, just not liking fat people. But to be fair, you shouldn't like being fat. That's not good. And no matter how many people try to normalize this bad behavior, being fat ain't good, okay? And if there's people watching this that are overweight, I want you to fix that shit.
It's probably to fit into something smaller. It's probably so
Yes.
people treat you better. It's
Maybe.
probably for all the reasons that fat folks are shamed simply for being fat.
True. That's true. Yeah, you kind of have an incentive to, you look at it like, fat people, you generally being shamed for being fat because they are fat. And that's not good. It's not good for themselves. Hell, you can make the argument that these dipshit leftists who want to make healthcare free are a burden upon the healthcare system because it comes with, again, its elevated risk. So, hell, in some cases, you impact other people. These are probably the same people during the COVID situation that would say you are obligated to save their own life or something like that, or save their life, and they don't even take care of them fucking selves, which is fairly interesting.
So, by continuing to perpetuate that, right, seeking intentional weight loss, we are contributing to our fat-phobic society. So that's why intentional weight loss is fat-phobic.
Okay. I think at this point, the guys that say dumb stuff like that, you just have to reject their premise altogether. Because what they try to do is, because it's work, it's a manipulative tactic, and I don't think it's going to work in terms of fat people, but it's worked in terms of a lot of other things. Hell, we're seeing this problem with the whole sexuality thing and how that was allowed to, when you had folks that had mental issues, they went unaddressed, and now we're to where we're at now, where folks think it's okay to be grooming children in education systems. Should have knocked that where it stood. This is another one of those cases where I know that these degenerates are trying to normalize this bad behavior, but it will not be normalized. You are fat. You shouldn't be fat, and that's something that you should try to take care of in the event that you are fat. Everybody has their various fitness goals and stuff, and for certain ways that they want to look, that's all part of it. But just for the sake of your health, being fat is not something to strive for. It also says a lot about you in the event that you don't take care of yourself and that you don't take care of your body, because being in shape and taking care of your fitness does require a level of discipline that so many people try to run away from. And this is why often I think some of these people float or rather have some of even the political and ideological positions that they have while also being fucking fat. I do think, though they're different things, some of those, I guess the reasoning as to why they think this way, also as to why they're fat, is the same damn thing. It crosses over in a multitude of different things, because being losing weight, or the act of losing weight, requires a certain mindset that some people just certainly aren't built for. Stop being fat. It's not good. It's not what we're striving for. It's certainly not good. And I know they're putting y'all on the covers of various fitness magazines or various magazines that once had like standards of beauty and whatnot. And now all of a sudden being fat is something like, oh, we want to normalize it because you're underrepresented, and y'all overweight and overrepresented, because that's not something we're striving for. You're fat. And if you're going to call us fat phobic for taking care of our bodies, all right, call us whatever you will to try to cope with the fact that you're fat and you need to fix it. Period. Deal with that in whatever way that you may. But what we're not about to do is have you acting as if we are somehow the bad guys in this situation, because we either advocate, we either act towards a more healthy culture. We're not going to allow you to make it seem like we're the weirdos here. You're the fucking weirdo for wanting to be a fat motherfucker. You just listened to a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake, which is live throughout the week at 12 p.m. Central on youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. Be sure to check out my website, ericdjuly.com, so you can stay up to date with everything it is that I'm doing. You can also become a member and get access to a bunch of cool perks and exclusive content, which includes a social media hub where you can interact with myself and other members. It even has an app that you can get, which is now live in the Google and Apple stores.